You get what you pay for in life. Okay? If you're bitching about the dollar and saying it's crashing, that's for another topic. The dollar's not really going anywhere. It's not really a lot of proof. It fluctuates, but it shows you the strength of our dollar. No other currency can handle the weight of debt, such as America. But then again, that's another topic. And so, yeah, I mean, you can think credit is definitely great. You have to borrow. But if you are at a fixed income and you're looking to borrow money, you're putting yourself at a high risk for debt. You cannot honestly borrow more money and build more credit without money. These days, especially, if you do not have a business, and most of the, if you've ever read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad, it pretty much has like a little box and income categories, and basically shows you the distribution of wealth can be compiled in like four categories, right? The person that has a job that gives that pays taxes and has a fixed income, doesn't go anywhere, right? And then you could be promoted to later on through time and have retirement. You could save that money, and that could accrue an interest, or you can start a business and then you really start building assets. And then with that money of your business, you start owning other assets that make more money for you. And that's the message here. Thank you. I finally came with it. If you want to be wealthy, you're going to have to accumulate assets. And what I mean wealthy is relative. There's levels of wealth. There's levels of financial, there's financially independent, meaning you basically have 6 months of reserves, cash saved up. Like if I cut off your job, like say you lost your job, financially independent is like when you have 6 months of, you're pretty much good for a year, almost a year, give or take. You'll be fine. You have some time to look for a job. You can put food on the table for you and your loved ones. And if you have a family, you need to be making, if you ain't making $500,000 a year and you have a family, it's tough. And just the reality that if you are not having some way of supplementing your income, then you're kind of going to be shit out of luck. And so if you're already a client or you're in the credit repair space, you should be an affiliate. Why not? Give it a shot. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. And you guys should do the same. Most of my clients already have businesses and they make more money than me. If I look at it, right? The majority of my clients are making 6 figures. I'm glad that it's come to that way, because what I noticed with my clients, right? They're financially responsible, they make above average, and they often don't get buyer's remorse for the quality of products they buy. It's because they do the adequate due diligence in researching whatever they want to buy. There's a reason why a house is $1 million, and there's a reason why a house is 200,000. There's a reason why some people live in a double wide, and then there's a reason why people, live in an ivory tower. So you get what you pay for. If the only reason why you're not buying something because of the price, then you are failing in life. You are incrementally dying in installments. You have to figure this out. You have to get rich. You have to get rich quick. I'm not suggesting you fall into some quick get rich quick scam or scheme, but whatever you do in life cannot compromise your integrity as an individual. Often people are like, they just put money first. Money, I see money as a leg on the table. Do I have a table down? I have a table down there, and that label can't stand up with 3 legs. Okay, it needs 4 legs. 4 legs to the table. Health is number 1, because you'll make the most money when you are healthy. You see my skin, you see my body. I'm close to 40 years old. This is what 40 look. Okay, you guys know. All right, 40 years old, right? Most people don't know my age, but yeah. So anyway, I take care of my body. I take care of it, I guess, more so than a lot of people. I do not drink Coca-Cola. I do not drink soda. It's cheap and it's delicious. It's also cheap because it's instant gratification. Instant gratification is cheap. Your idea to get some satisfaction off of minimal effort. Stay away from minimal effort, high dopamine activities. Okay? Meaning, if you were to hire a cheaper company than us, Lexington Law, it's cheap. Sky Blue, Ovation Credit. What else is there? There's monthly credit repair companies. And think like, you know what? It's cheaper. I'm gonna go for the cheapest one. Well, it's instant gratification. You're trying to justify your act of signing up with them based upon the price, when it shouldn't. The price should be irrelevant. Price is only determined upon how broke you are versus how much money you have. Because if you had all the money in the world, think for a minute. You challenge yourself. I want you to pretend and envision you have all the money in the world. What the will you do? Okay? Let's say Andre picked a special winner in the comments, which was you, and I gave you $50,000. Okay? There's a drawer over there. I got $100,000 right there. What if I gave that $100,000 to you? What would that do for you? What exactly? How exactly would you use that money? You need to be able to envision that. Okay? Going back to what I said, health. Health, when you have your health, you could work fast. It's also a healthy mind. You're going to have to be positive. Excitement is okay. Excitement is like getting your erection up and then going down. It's like busting in your wife or your girlfriend, and like you lose your energy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about purpose. I'm talking about being focused. Something that resonates in your soul. You have to have a reason to do what you need to do. You have to believe in yourself. Belief is enough right there. When you believe in yourself and you're like, you know what, that will make you happy when you say, I can do it. I can make 6 figures a year. Okay? I can make $320 a year. Okay, after tax. Because if you have 300,000, you're gonna have to pay tax. Unless you have real estate, you can, you get a what's called a 1031 exchange, 131 exclusion. You utilize a tax benefit, you get a renter, you can avoid capital gains tax, so you can pocket that money if you put it back into real estate, if you do a flip, or maybe you want to rent it out and let the interest grow and get it appraised later, or borrow against that home. See, we're talking leveraging real estate now, leveraging assets. The asset, the biggest asset, we haven't got started on the 3 other parts. We're just talking about health. You need to leverage your health. Your health and your body will help you get to the next step. It will keep you strong and energized. That way you can work more effectively. Like, we all know Michael Jordan. He was a tip-top athlete. Floyd Mayweather. They put their athletes. LeBron James. Who else? Tom Brady. Brady is dominantly a vegetarian. You know the Spartans? I got a picture of the Spartans down there. The Spartans, everything in this home has a meaning, by the way. And there was a reason why I do that, because I want to be reminded about success. I've literally programmed this entire space. Every space I go to, it has a benefit. So start with your body. Your body is your home. We're talking about apartments and homes. No, this is your home. This is the most valuable piece of real estate. Your eye. What if you lost an eye? What if someone took your eye out? What if you were blind? How much money would you pay? How much money would you pay to just be able to see again? Some people do not see. They're blind. They lose their vision. So I don't want to jinx anyone, but how much money would you pay just to be able to see the sunrise and just see your wife and your loved ones and your kids? Some people can't even see their kids. So be very appreciative to the things you have and understand that You don't need to be, well, you do and you don't. But if you don't have $1 million or 5 million, $1 million even ain't shit. It's nothing. $1 million is nothing. You need to be, if you're trying to get 1 million, you need to be getting 10 million, because chances are the work ethic and the intelligence you need to have, and the testicular fortitude to destroy haters and ignore them when you need to, would be the mindset of having 10 million. And that's going to make people feel uncomfortable. But that's their problem, not yours. If you're just by having a nice body and a young face, automatically people are going to be jealous of you. Men are going to be jealous of you. When that guy's wife is looking at your cock and sees, whoa, his shit's bulging, he can probably lay it down the pipe. My guy has a pot belly and just it doesn't take care of his health, and he can't get it up. He don't fuck me anymore. Yeah, there's lots of marriages like that. But you could tell who's doing that based upon like the fat here. They did a like scientific study. The more fat you have here, like the less you're going to live. Okay, so money is one thing, but health, I'm more concerned about my health, because when I have my health, I know I can make money. Health, I learned this from Ty Lopez, but I've always thought about it before him. Health, wealth, love, and happiness. I guess it could be in that order. It's safe to put it in that order. You have your health, you can build wealth, and if you have wealth in abundance, you can love others. Because during the time you're on your grind, being an entrepreneur, trying to make as much money as possible, that's going to take time away from your loved ones, and you're going to have to sacrifice in order to build your company. Because if you don't have a business, you're broke. Okay? You're broke. Maybe you're one of those guys. I meet them all the time on down the island. Those Wall Street guys. They don't got a life. They're all doing coke, and they go to the bar and they network, and they're faking it till they make it. Don't be like those guys. They live in a suit and tie, go to work early, and that's their life. Okay? They put money first. And all the other parts of their life is just not put together. And that's not all of them. Some stockbrokers are good. But the thing is, you have people driving a subway, going to a building to give people that drive a Rolls Royce how to manage their money. It's the irony, right? Actually, it could work. It works. It's no hate, but it's just kind of funny. I thought I threw that in there. But you have to have a business. If you have a good job, you still have to work 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, every day. Not me. I've created a system that allows me to work anywhere. I could be anywhere in the world and I could work. So maybe you guys should learn how to do that. That would help. Your time. Time is the most valuable currency, health and time, because you can have time all the time in the world, but that time could be terrible because you're suffering. But if you have health, that's basically time. Time is health. But health is time, I mean. Health is time, but time is not necessarily health. That's terrible if you were to live long and suffer. Happens to some people. So put your health first. Put your health first, and your mind. Your mind and your body, it's one unit. Don't put toxins in your body. Stop eating donuts. Don't eat breads. Don't eat pastas. Like, you don't need those carbs. Start eating more vegetables. Start eating more salads. Okay? And eat lean quality meats, like choice, prime steak. Like you saw my short that got 7,000 views. That's a prime steak right there. Well, actually it's choice, but whatever. If you don't know the difference, there's different grades of steak. Did you know that? There's select, there's choice, and there's prime, and then there's some foreign stuff called A1, A3, A4 Wagyu, which is dog shit. American Kobe's where it's at. American steak. Not all that weird Jap stuff. All right? It's all, the cow's all deformed and they feed it beer and they sing. That's all weird. I think after we I think after we dropped a fat boy on them, they still didn't get their shit together, because now they're finally realizing that they're not going to be a superpower. But I give Japan credit because it's the best country outside of America. Believe that. It's actually very technology advanced. It's very modernized. Japan, if any American citizen would go to Japan, you would be like, wow, this place is very clean and it's very modern. You wouldn't be able to consider it a foreign country. A third world country. Third world country is different than a foreign country. Japan is not a third world country at all, by any means. Japan is a beautiful country. It's like California. California is a beautiful state. Way more beautiful than New York. If you haven't been to California, the Bay Area, I highly encourage you to go climb Yosemite and Half Dome. Go to Tahoe, Lake Tahoe. Go to Napa Valley. Get some wine. Wine from France is, never drop your wallet in France. California wine is where it's at. If you're a wine, I don't drink alcohol, but I used to. But America is where it's at, folks. And credit. We have credit because of the Hamiltonian credit system. One of our founding fathers created this system of algorithmic measurements to determine the likelihood of defaulting on a loan. And it was the founding fathers that really put us on the map. And if you say cash is trash and credit is king, they're hand in hand. Without cash or assets, see, the only value cash has is a reserve currency, which is a promissory note, meaning it has a value. Outside of cash are products like this. This is the most expensive mainstream case for my Samsung S23. Okay? This right here is the best microphone on the market for its price. Of course, there are more expensive ones, but if you look for the daily use of a vlogger, DJI is where it's at. This is expensive gear. My gym ball. These products have values. The value of this begins to depreciate as soon as the next one comes out or another one comes out. So these are very volatile. Technology is a very volatile industry, but essentially cash is the backing of a value that could be used to buy product like this and product like this. But what happens is when the value of that dollar goes down and the price of this goes up, we all begin to suffer. If you have credit, that means the credit that you have to finance this, your payments would be in long, the loan would be long, and the banks would get their money in a longer time. They would profit longer. It would take them longer to make money. So it affects all of us, right? So how do we escape this phenomenon of inflation and depreciation and the volatility of markets as things phase out, new things phase in, and the price of things fluctuate, the stock market? The only way to really beat that is to have a business, okay? The thing that comes to mind right now is you guys go to my website, pinnaclecreditrepair.com, become an affiliate, and then you could pop open a YouTube channel and you could start, saying what you need to say about us and start making money. 25%, okay? If I have a customer that signs up for $5,000, or you referred him and you got him, you bring him on board, guess what? You make what? How much is that? 25% of 5,000. You guys do the math. I'm too tired. It's pretty good. Imagine if you got 10 of those in 1 week. Imagine if you got 10 of those in a year. It would help, right? You don't have to take it serious. It's as easy as clicking a link, registering, having your own link, and then at work, instead of a business card, you can be like, you know what? Here, let me. Can I take your number down? Here's a website I want you to check out, and yeah, that's all you could do. When they have my website is pretty good. Where once we have their info, it's cookied in there, and we can track them. Meaning not like figure out where they're at. No, I mean it's just like there's a record of it, there's a footprint, and that means anytime they go anywhere else, even if they see my site on Google, you'll get the credit because it will have in the CRM your referral. It'll say this person boom. And then when they fill out my contact form, because that's the only way you would sign up. There's no other way around it. The only way to become a member at Pinnacle is if you filled out the contact form. And that's another thing. These people that claim to be a customer of mine, I can guarantee you, if you did not fill out the contact form online, I would not talk to you. Okay? People have tried to call my office and they have failed on countless times. I do not pick up phone calls. I don't take phone calls. Okay? I don't call people. I don't take phone calls unless people are ready to pay me. And because the amount of nonsense that exists out there is just unbelievable. Let's trade spaces. If you guys know the type of people that call, they're sociopaths, they're wishy-washy, they don't even have money, and they got my website and they're looking at the 1,500 and they're trying to bullshit me that they could sign. I'm like, dude, like, you can't afford it. Just chill. You don't have to impress me. I'm not gonna bully you or put you down. Like, your value as a person is not dependent upon the money that you have, relatively speaking. You can go that way and say, like, yeah, don't judge people for the money. Yeah, that's a vain, superficial way, but you can also say people that have money work hard. They got money because they didn't rip anyone off. But you can make money by really, doing scams and stuff like that, right? Like Sam Friedman of FTX or whatever. Getting into an argument with someone doesn't make them a scam. That's just an immature child. That's a narcissistic, self-entitled prick that thinks that's the person that orders tacos like Lolu, that we sell. If you want to know who Lolu is, you can just look at his Yelp account. You can look at the Google review account. If anyone is talking shit about Pinnacle, just go to their Google review account and you could see clearly where they leave reviews at and like who they really are. Like, if you're going to Starbucks and you're going to throw a tantrum at the barista because they put soy milk instead of almond milk in your fucking latte, then I'd say you have a fucking problem. Okay? There's people that can't even afford Starbucks. They can't even afford coffee. And you have the convenience of going into the corner store on Broadway. I say Broadway because I walk there every fucking day. And you have people legit in line throwing a tantrum. Like, how dare you put soy milk? I said almond milk. Yeah. Anyway, coffee at Starbucks is like $7. What is it, $20 now? Something like that. Yeah, so it's just like, you're gonna pay that amount for coffee. If you really wanted it your way, make it at fucking home, right? The whole ritual of walking down, smelling the fucking New York subway, the sewage, and the pollution and the honking and the acidity from the exhaust and emissions from the constant traffic, and then pummeling down the fucking street through millions of people, thousands of people, and just to the shop and if you have to go through that much stress to get a coffee, like at rush hour time in the morning, how about you make it at home? It's not the barista's fault, it's your fault. And people make mistakes. It's not like they deliberately wanted you to grow boobs. So soy like depletes men of their testosterone. I do not want to grow boobs. Like, what's his name on the other channel? Not going to mention any names. It's like, the world is not out to get you. Chill the fuck out. Some people are out to get you, like they're on a witch hunt. But yeah, at the end of the day, you got to know the value of things, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about health. Talked about wealth. When you have money, don't be a dick. Don't yell at the barista. Having a job is wealth to an extent. Some people don't have a job. Some people lost their job, and it's just to an extenuating circumstance such as COVID or death of a family member. Depression is a real thing. You cannot knock mental health. There are things mental health is a real thing. Depression is a real thing. But if you're getting depressed because you lost a couple followers on your Instagram, that's not depression. That's called mental fuck. That's like, you got a problem, bro. If you're getting depressed because you lost followers or you lost views, like my video didn't get that views, or people didn't sign up when you gave them a discount like somebody else, and then they paid the other company like $2,000. Yeah, if that makes you depressed or angry, you have a problem. Like, that's just how the world works. Let me tell you what real depression is. Depression is when you are betrayed by someone that you love, meaning you love them or are infatuated with. Same thing. You're dependent. They're both kind of codependent. Um, another way to get depressed is as if like you lost your whole livelihood. Like, what do you do when you spend your whole entire life just doing one thing, and then you come home, you've suffered some sort of injury, and then not only are you physically dead, like if you've been to an accident. It's the other one. Let's say you have a physical accident. I've had customers that had physical accidents. They've gotten to a car crash when a drunk lady hit them and killed their daughter. They'll never see their daughter again. Never. The person that was drunk was alive, but the daughter like had nothing to do with it. They just wanted to go home. One evening, she lost her daughter like that while driving. Yeah, it's insane. And when she lost her daughter, she didn't want to go to work, lost the job, depressed like that. That hurts. That hurts. I don't know how a person can recover like that. That really hurts. So there's an example of depression. And so you have to protect yourself at all times, like boxing. Protect yourself at all times. And what that means, protect yourself at all times, that means protect yourself at all times. If you guys that are watching this are not planning to make more money in the future, there's going to be one day where you have a rainy day, and are you going to drown in the rain, or are you going to, make rain angels or kiss in the rain, whatever? I'm trying to romanticize this. You can decide what you want to do with your life. Some people freeze to death in the snow. Other people make snow angels or ski on the frozen lakes. It's all about your perspective. The situation that you are in right now, get out of it. And the best way to get out of it is congregate with someone that's strong and that's been through the crucibles of life and has earned their stripes. And I've had my fair share of ups and downs, and I've been in the deep dark valley, and I've danced with the devil. But one thing I can tell you about wrestling with a pig is that the both of you get dirty and the pig loves it. So just stay away from negative people. People that are taking your time. Your time is your wealth. Remember, health is wealth. Wealth, you can give love. When you have abundance of wealth, wealth could be a wealth of your energy. I am wealthy with energy. I am wealthy with positivity. I am wealthy with my patience. I mean, I have a lot of patience. I am wealthy with my intellect. I am wealthy with my attitude. My attitude is so positive, I can go through any social situation and be okay. This is also wealth. This type of wealth can get you another median of wealth, another dimension. You're going to have to metaphysically and physiologically take this mental, physical dimension here and translate it into another dimension, which would be currency, money. How do I do this? I am a magician. I use this body and my mind to produce money. That's how I started credit repair. People pay me a premium because I figured out how to do it extremely well and efficient. Otherwise, why would people pay? So many people pay. No one's putting a gun to their head. If you're my client, you paid me, you saw the value. Most people see the value, but I'll tell you the truth. The majority of my clients get awesome results. But it don't matter if you get awesome results. If it ain't perfectly done, it doesn't mean shit to my customers. Trust me. Trust me. If you are not getting the file 100% clean, you have failed. And I have failed many times because I didn't get it clean the first damn week. I'm trying to clean files off in 1 week. Okay? I'll make another video why credit repair is so difficult and why credit repair is actually very easy. It's both difficult and it's easy. I love credit repair for the same reason I hate it. I love this business for the same reason I hate it. The people in this business make me love it. Also, the people in this business make me hate it. Just like any business. But if you have an abundance of wealth in your life, you can share it with others. If you're in the darkness, you must keep if someone's in the dark and you need to keep your candle lit. Keep your candle lit and tell someone, hey, keep your chin up. You got a candle too. Let me be the light of your life. Boom. And that's how I am with Pinnacle. Your credit is messed up. I can fix that. I'll clear that for you. That's my job. I'm figuring it out. I'm the one in there with my team and my staff. And I've been through so many credit situations that it's just, there's nothing that I cannot fix. And I don't give up either. So happiness would be the end. When you have your health, your wealth, and health, wealth, love, you can love other people better when you have more abundance. If you had no money, you're going to be so focused on making money where you can't love them. How could you possibly love your family when you're loving your job too much? Like those Wall Street people, they love their job. They love the whole image, like, I'm the Wall Street guy. Let me wear a suit. Let me, do a line of coke. Yeah, you could see how they walk down the street. You can just see how like self-loathing, self-obsessed they are. You can see how they order their coffee, right? Happiness. You will be happy if you have all of those. But you can also be happy if you don't have all of those. You can have the decision. It's like this, from left to right. This is your right to left. Okay, right to left to you. Health, 1. Love, 2. Health, wealth, love, 3. Health, 1. Wealth, 2. Love, 3. Happiness, 4. And you could also inverse it to go the other way, because that happiness will give you love. If you're happy, you're giving love to people. And then that love will bring you wealth, because you're like, wow, this guy is such an awesome person. Let me refer him a client. Let me do this. Let me give him the opportunity. You know what? This guy is not so bright, but he has such a good heart. I would rather hire him, like Tammy, than hiring some guy that thinks he knows it all, right? That goes around spreading lies about people, trying to destroy people's lives, saying that they betrayed you, right? I'd rather be with those people that are kind-hearted and honest and hardworking versus a really smart person that's just a piece of shit, like goes about spreading drama and false accusations about people. Love brought you to wealth, and wealth, you have the money to get personal trainers. I have I have two personal trainers. Well, I actually have more, but I have two favorite ones. But practically wherever I go around the world, I have a trainer. I actually, like when I go to Europe, there's a trainer that I use depending upon the country that I go. But I don't really have my favorite one, a good one there. There it's just boxers, right? But they're not trainers. They're sparring with me. And then other like gyms in Asia that I go to, it's kind of the same thing. It's like they're all fighters, Muay Thai, boxing, whatever, wrestling, and they're not really. We get good training out of it, but they're not teaching me. They are teaching me, but not directly. They're just like, it's like you learn things, right? Personal training, Whole Foods. I shop at Whole Foods. Try to eat organic. I'm not gonna lie. Lately, I've been eating out, but ideally, I can afford healthy foods, holistic foods, kale, cruciferous fruits and vegetables, blueberries, kombucha tea. I make my own kombucha tea. You guys saw in the video. That's a probiotic. It's fermented tea. There's polyphenols in it, and there's actually healthy gut microbacteria for your gut microbiome. And then your fibers, what you get from vegetables and fruits, the enzymes from fruits will help break down the things that need to be broke down in your intestinal tract. And again, it's feeding your microbiome. So you want to have ideally a good plant-based diet. You want fish oils, or eat fish. I don't eat fish because I'm getting fish oils already. If I didn't have fish oils, I would get the craving for fish, or I would want fish. But I eat fish oils, crow oil, cod liver oil. I can show you guys my supplement cabinet. I wouldn't even call it supplements, because these are things that they're not supplementing anything. They're just adding to my life. They're I don't know how to put it, but it's not just like a supplement. Like, I feel like I need these things. Spirulina, chlorella, algae. Yeah, pretty much it. My supplement cabinet helps me perform better. And if I can perform mentally, I can solve problems quicker and more analytically, versus being in a chronic state of fatigue because I'm overweight and fat, and I'm, sharing with people on a live stream what's the best chicken at 12 p.m. at night, 12 a.m. at night. So I hope this video brought value to you. If it did, leave a comment. The pillars of life are important: health, wealth, love, and happiness. Cash and credit. You need to get your cash up. You need to have your cash up. You can't just borrow money that you don't have. That's essentially credit. Credit is borrowing money you don't have for tomorrow, to pay back tomorrow. I'll pay you tomorrow. And tomorrow becomes tomorrow, and tomorrow. Okay? But that's the wrong way to put it. You should borrow money when you don't need it. That's a secret. Credit is so simple. FICO is based upon human behavior. If you think I'm BSing, I'm not. FICO algorithm is based upon human behavior. Human nature dictates everything in life. Stock market, the evaluation of businesses, which is based on the stock market, the cost of goods, what people buy. I mean, you have a shirt like this that you get from Nike, and then a shirt you can get from the Gucci store, but one's $1,000 and one's which one is going to last longer? Of course, the one that's $1,000. But would you wear $1,000 to the gym unless you're really balling? You could be balling. There's a guy that has a tank top that's worth $1,300. Yeah, it's a Prada tank top, I think. 1,000 or 700, something like that. Yeah, that's a whole nother category of wealth. You want to be like that, where you have so much money. Imagine, look at how helpless we are with money. When you get an argument with your wife or your kid, you get stressed the fuck out when you can't buy something that they need. When you can't support your family, you get stressed out. I know, because my dad would get stressed out, and I empathize for him. He had 6 kids. Didn't understand it back then, but now I understand it. So you got to make money not a situation, not a condition, not a problem. You have the money. It's there. Be abundant. Start believing that you can make the money. Start believing that you can just text one guy the link of Pinnacle Credit Repair affiliate link, and then they'll sign up for $5,000. Envision that and be happy. Then send the clients over, and then I'll pay you 25%. Then you have some money, and then you get more money. You'll see it in your bank. First, got to see it here. And I'm saying Pinnacle Credit Repair because that's the only opportunity that I have at this moment for this channel. And I figure let's go with the highest probability, the easiest way to make money for you guys. And become an affiliate and start referring people. Boom, 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 boom. You don't have to refer 1 million. You don't have to be a millionaire. Just start with 1. And it doesn't have to be 5,000. They could join the Fast Track Elite program, and you could make 25% off that. They could sign up for a promotion of $1,500 minimum to hire me. It is what it is. We quote them based upon the work that needs to be done, and that's how it is. We appraise every situation to the work involved, the difficulty, and and how comfortable we are with working. That's how it is when you work with a professional. It's not that we're not transparent with our pricing. It's just that this is not like, I mean, that's another thing. If you have a cookie cutter price program, it's like you're approaching it the same way. It's like we all go into the doctor. We all have different problems. One person wants to get a medical checkup, and where I'm from, a medical checkup is $200. Okay, I don't know what you guys are paying. Maybe I'm effed, but it's $200, and someone going in there, they get a checkup, but they also got to do triple bypass surgery, or do a heart transplant, or they got to chop off a ball, or one guy's channel, he's growing tits, he has to take a shot up his ass. It really depends. So if you approach life in a cookie cutter way, you're going to get cookie cutter results, right? That's why we have the fast track elite program, and that's just more or less for people that are broke. But if you're not broke and you want elite service, do the fast track elite. To hire me personally, right? And the mentorship too. There's a mentorship coming, but one person's like, "Oh, I know everything I need to know about credit." I could see that your score is 590. You definitely are convincing me. That was sarcasm if you didn't understand. But yeah, it's just like, why would someone call me and have to prove to me that they know everything? Doesn't make sense. I have respect for people that admit that they don't know. Your value as a person is not predicated upon the fact that you say you know everything, because people like that think, "Oh, I know everything." Then all right, no one's going to want to work with you. So I want to share with you guys something here before I end this. Well, you got a Gmail, son. So I know what you're talking about. You got a Gmail. I got an iCloud. Okay, whatever. This is what she sent me. This is what we like. We want these people to be this. Thanks for the update. I'm very impressed thus far on how professional, effectual, and prompt this process is going. I sent an email this morning, and the process is already underway within hours. Just to ensure receipt of the email and ensure that I am doing my part, I have enclosed a copy of this response for review. Just in case there is anything I've missed, I want to ensure I do my best to provide you with whatever is needed and always respectful, and any requests sent to me. I know how much she paid me. She paid me 15. She paid me 15,000. I'm kidding. There, boom. So like I said, that's just how it works. We want to work with happy, positive people that will take the time to do the research. She did. She's a lovely lady, and I respect her. I respect you if you respect me back. If you're going to sit here and hire me, like this girl named Christy, and she's like mocking me, respect is worth more. If you disrespect me, then I'm not going to work with you. I'm not going to work with you. Okay? And I'll be a dick. I don't break my contracts. If I did what I have to do for you, and you become a dick and you become a disrespectful, I'm going to look at my contract and be like, okay, what do I need to legally do? Okay, I don't need to help you anymore? Okay, bye-bye, see you. Now, if that's a scammer to you, okay. It's not a scammer. That's not a scam. No. Removing 80 some negative items off a credit report and someone being a dick. All right? Like an utter dick. I didn't share the text messages, but they're being a dick. And yeah, I'm going to be like, okay, well, did everything we did for you. Don't need a refund. See ya. Fuck you. That's how it is. I don't treat everyone like that. Often people think that, oh, you have 3 negative reviews. So, did you look at the positive reviews? You need to stop looking at all the bad stuff about people. And so, we have a nose. If you didn't brush your teeth for 2 hours, you think you're going to smell the shit in your breath? No, but everyone else will smell it, right? So, we have a tendency to look at other people and judge other people, but not look at ourselves and smell our own breath. When you took a shit this morning, okay, if you don't take a shit in the morning, you're not healthy. I'm just telling you that. Scientific fact. Did you smell your shit, or does it smell like roses? Everyone's shit stink, bro. But when you're out here trying to point at other people saying their shit stink and you think you're all fucking roses, you are delusional. You are not meant for society. That's called a narcissistic sociopath. You need to check yourself and you need to be careful, because that type of behavior needs to be professionally evaluated and treated with some serious, serious, serious support. Otherwise, the chances of you getting out of that, it may seem like I'm like that. No, I'm just defending myself from these crazies. But my problem, okay, is that I'm actually even arguing with them and I'm fighting with them. And people say, just ignore them. Well, what happens if you ignore all the bad stuff in life? It's like sweeping it under the rug, I feel. But it's not, because some people you cannot, the only way to argue with someone is to prove your point. But if someone doesn't want to admit that they're wrong, to argue is pointless. Like if you're trying to argue with people and other people are not open to the fact that they're wrong, there's no point in arguing with them. You can only debate with people that are open to the possibility that they're wrong. You know, the scientific community where they test ideas and plans and theories. If you're one of those scientists that are so egocentric that you have some sort of emotionally compelled, romanticized disposition on an outcome of something because you want it that way, it's kind of like you're playing poker and there's a deck of cards. Okay, there's many forms of poker, so let's just say 2-card poker versus 5 cards, or Texas Hold'em. Let's just say you're in a deck, you have a deck, and you just want to flip cards. Oh, I don't like that. Or you just pick every card. You think that's going to be the next card and you use it. Because the value of the card that you pick out of that and decide to play, is dependent upon the odds and probability of the river, the flop, the river, the turn, and then what's the other card? Turn, the river, the flop, the turn, the river, and the... Oh man, it's been so long. Flop, the turn, the river. Okay, yeah, the turn, the river, or the river, the turn, whatever. You're hoping on that. You're like hoping. Don't be like that. That's called going full tilt, where you're trying to like get your money back. Don't approach life like that. Don't be desperate. Okay? Evaluate and pick the cards that you want, and if it's not the right one, then don't play it.